My friends, there are few things in Football Manager that make me as happy as bringing back club legends as coaches. Now, he's not a very good coach, but he's starting out on the under-19s. It's good to have him around. He's got that fairly professional mentality. He's got the fairly professional mentality and a national C. Hit the like button for Gary Haysward coming back, my friends. All right, my friends. Gary freaking Haysward. We are undefeated in the league. We're undrawn in the league. It has been unbelievable in the league. But let's do the Champions Playoff. I've got some big news for you. Big news. Big news for you. First off, our league moved up 2 spots to 13th in the rankings in Europe. We have moved up 4 spots as a club to 37th in Europe. But massive Champions League and Europa League news. So our Champions League third qualifying phase team, right? So like if you look at the this team, the second place team had been going to the third qualifying phase. Or no. Essentially, we moved directly into the playoff now. So essentially, like that team, I think it's actually the first place team, moves up straight into the playoff now. So we're one less game, right? If we go back to last season, to kind of show you, or no, maybe that happened last time. Hold on. I was so excited because there's other changes in the Europa League, so it's quite good. Well, that's just not right at all. Okay, or maybe the second position team still goes into the second qualifying phase, and we were going into the third qualifying phase, and we go straight into the playoff now. Maybe that's what they mean. Let's check. Let's check. I didn't write down all the specifics because it didn't really impact us. I'm not gonna lie. Cork City this season going into the second qualifying. So it must have been we were going into the third qualifying, but that's not what happened last season. Or maybe it's for the upcoming season and it's not the current season. Maybe the changes haven't kicked in yet. No. Okay. This is a great start to the episode. The first place team was going into the third qualification, and now we're going straight into the playoff. That's the difference. We're going straight into the playoff now, whereas Cork City are still going in the second qualification leg. That hasn't changed. So they beat Rangers on a 5-1 aggregate. My goodness. And they get SC Heerenveen for the best place third thing before they get to the playoff. Right. The other news is the Europa League. Okay? Europa League. We now have one team going straight to the group stage. So third place. Okay, let's go back and let's see if this is accurate. Okay. Last season. So Waterford should be going straight to the group stage. We previously had 0 teams doing that, so that's massive. That's huge, right? All that money, all those extra games. Oh, I'm so excited for that. The third qualifying, we had 1 team. It's still 1 team. So essentially, it'll make sense. And the second qualifying, we had 2 teams, and now we have 1 team. So essentially, in the second qualifying, one of those second qualifying teams has moved up to the third qualifying, which would have given us 2, but that team that was already there has moved up to the group stage. So everybody's moved up 1 spot in the Europa League, essentially. So I don't even, that probably wouldn't be on here yet because the group stage hasn't. So why are they in the third place? I wrote this down. I typed it up. Group stage is now 1. We had 0. Third qualifying is 1. We had 1, but why hasn't Waterford moved up? That doesn't make sense to me. It wouldn't be Derry City. They're in the second qualification round, which was 2. We should have 1. Well, what's going on with UCD? They're in the second. I literally wrote it down. I don't understand that part. So, cheers to that. My friends, we have gone 54 games unbeaten in the league since April 9th of the previous season. That's crazy. Oh, that's last season. Wait, what? So April 9th, we have won every league game, or unbeaten, sorry. We've won or drawn. Really, we've drawn one of those. And we are unbeaten, undrawn this season. We've won 36 games in a row. 36 games in a row. That's crazy, including the cups. We won the Leinster Senior Cup against Dundalk. I mean, I don't know what to even show you all those. I'm just going to pull this up so you can see it. It's just ridiculous. I love when, this game happened, so we had to push these games back. I just love that the schedules are like, yeah, let's just do Sligo back to back. Yeah, at home, so it's not like home and away, just back to back. We are creeping up a little bit on the attendance. Shamrock is still our highest one. I'm surprised by UCD, to be honest with you. Club. Let's go look. We don't have any fierce rivals. You would think we would have some fierce rivals after bossing the league for so long. They'd be like, as you can see, we tried to play some big teams in that random June open time period. We beat Porto 4-2. We drew with Zenit, and we beat Carlisle with our rotation backup players. In these Sligo games, because we had so many games, and Amir was not back yet. He's just now coming back where he can play 45 minutes. So I wanted to kind of rest Bangala and Thompson because we were really using them a lot. So I switched it up for those two games because they were in 8th place to this. Okay, that looks horrific, but it worked out quite nicely. We were pretty good in that type of situation. So I was pretty happy with that. I have rambled, haven't I? How far are we in? 6.5 minutes to this portion, not to mention the 30 seconds at the beginning and the intro. Okay, so we've gone like 7 minutes at this point. Great. Let's view the draw. It's for the playoff. This is not in... No, it is. No, it's not in alphabetical order. Is it? I guess it's the Ors. There's not that many teams. So theoretically, right, we would get an unseeded team. So Midtjylland or Maribor and Panathinaikos or you can see him now because I moved myself on the screen. Great. Rosenborg, Legia Warsaw, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Sparta Praha, or CS Craiova. So Legia Warsaw or Maccabi Tel Aviv. So we'd like to get Maccabi Tel Aviv rather than Legia Warsaw because we've had issues with them in the past. But you guys in the comments think that we're strong enough to play at least positive in the Champions League. So let's go forward and see. I guess it was already on the schedule. I could just hit browse now, couldn't I? It was already on the schedule. 8-17. So we're gonna come back and let's when's their game? Tomorrow is the first leg. So we'll come back for that game, for the home and away leg, whatever it ends up being, and figure out who that is. But I mean, just look at this: 25-0 and 0, 61 goal differential, 75 points. Now we're hitting it to where, like, are we going to falter or are we just going to keep bossing the league? Let's look at the competition. Paul Frame with 11 goals. Mangalo on a 7.93. Doolin with 8 assists leading the way, my friends. We have a bit of an issue with having too many good players at striker now. We got McElroy, Lubos, and Cass. No one's ever told me in the comments how to say that. And we also have Evan Aitken. I'm sorry, Evan. We probably should have loaned you out, but we're going to keep you around. But it's a good problem. It's just a problem. And because we brought in Lubos here, and he's got this potential, I think it has pulled down the potential of McElroy. He's still quite good. My friends. And Cass. Now, Cass could be because he got injured. His determination has dropped a little bit. He's now just a striker. But he's got 5 starts, 3 subs, 5 goals, and he hasn't been back that long, right? Because the whole broken ankle thing. So yeah, that's where we're at, my friends. Devlin, Chelsea came in for, and he was mad, and I was like, nope, We've got you under contract, and now he's happy to stay. So I need to try and offer him a contract and give him a raise and get him an extension. But what's the negatives? Okay, so it's nothing to do. So it's now a good time to offer him, an extension, because he was quite upset. But then like they went somewhere else and spent some money. They were also coming after Bengala. I'm not really happy with the Chelsea manager for back off, man. So that's what's going on. Yep, just did it. He wanted 4.7K and like a 7.75 million minimum release cost. I was like, how about we give you 800 more a week? He wanted 125. I bumped it to 150. The agent was like 11 and a half. Bump it to 15. Put an extra year on it. Boom. Dunzo, my friends. That's how you do it. So I feel like towards the end of the save here, I've lost a little bit of focus on the contract aspect with our team. I should have extended Mesa. He was on like 7.25 on a rotation contract. And he had we bought him for 1.1 million, and we had a 5 million minimum fee release clause. Everton and Liverpool came in offering like 2.5, and I was like, no. And then he was very mad. And then Dempsey couldn't solve his unhappiness. And then I was like, listen, mate. I was just kind of tired of it, to be honest with you. It's like, listen, like he's played exceptionally well for us. I was like, you've got a minimum release clause. If they come in with that, great. And I figured it was a risk. Like either way, I figured I wasn't going to be like, I tried to offer him a contract. He was like, nope. And so he's gone to Liverpool, and he's gone from 7.25 to 45K a week. So kind of can't blame him for that. But that means, my friends, this is the same conversation that's happening with the Premier League, with the window closing earlier than the rest of Europe. Our window closes July 25th, so like I can't do anything. We get Champions League coming up. I literally can't do anything. So it comes down to McClelland, who's not Matt Sharp, and Adic. I mean, Mick Burdett could like deputize there in a bind, so we're gonna keep him around. He's already signed a contract with Middlesbrough, but that's January. Like I don't care about that. And Ali here, who's done exceptionally well, 10 starts and a sub on a 7.7. We may actually start. He's either footed. We're going to start training him to improve his versatility, is what we're going to tell him. It's definitely not that. But, and see if he can start picking up left back. Is what it is. Is what it is, my friends. We got really good strikers, though. Not all is lost. Devlin has signed, my friends. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. I just been thinking about this. It just randomly occurred to me. Patrick Slavin, if he gets another 33 league appearances, we get 3.5 million. And he is on a deal with another 3 years on it, but he's got one substitute appearance. Okay, the league just started. He got 10 last year. So if you go by that math on a rotation contract, he may or may not get to that 33. The difference is 3.5 million versus 2.67. I'm going to take almost €1 million haircut because I'm not sure that's going to happen for the club. So we're going to sell the clause. Boom. Plus, we're going to get more money. So, like, I think that's worth it, right? Like, if he was suddenly, again, he's 22. I get it. I'm not saying they should be starting him every game, but you're just not sure if that's going to happen. And if it does, it's going to take a long time. Not to mention we won't be here in 3 years. But I think that makes sense. So we're up to 23 million in the transfer budget, 34 million in the bank. Things are looking good from the club standpoint. But I just thought I'd point that out. I was like, you know what? I don't think that's ever going to happen. So let's go ahead and lock it in. All right, my friends, here we go. Adic is out with a neck strain. It says he could go, but then it says he's got 7 days. I don't want to make it worse, okay? So McClelland, who's not Matt Sharp, gets the start. It hasn't said anything like he can't go. Same thing with Amir, who's at 74%. You know, he went the full 90 against Longford Town in the FAI Ford Cup first round that we won 6-0. We beat Limerick in the EA Sports Cup semifinal as well. We're continuing our run of winning games. So Doolin, Bengala, Devlin, and Seddon, because Seddon keeps complaining about playing time, and I think we at home can get a result here. McElroy up top, Lubos and Cass on the bench. McElroy can slide over to the left or the right if we need. We've also had Thompson out with a little bit of a knock, so Sweeney on the bench. Evan, I'm sorry, mate. He's got 12 goals for us this season, and he's on the bench. Paul Frame was 16. Now, Paul has missed some penalties. He's like 4 of 7 on penalties now. Like, Paul, come on, man. Like, you're our best penalty taker, okay? I've even had, like, penalty taking in our training. The only other thing, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this season, is we've gone to slightly shorter passing. I just want to try something different, and it's worked. So maybe stopping the direct ball, like, you know, hey, your passing's 12, but it doesn't mean it's 18, right? And so that was amazing analysis. You don't have to tell me they're going with a 3-5-2 or 5-3-2. You know, maybe that has helped us a little bit with keeping the score lines in our favor, keeping a little bit more possession. I haven't looked at the overarching stats because why would you do that? That's not fun. Why would I do that? I don't have time for that. Let's start well. He's just being rested. Dent in their aspirations. And we don't have sound for the amazing crowd at the Aviva, my friends. We should be able to, with the overlaps we got going on the wings, we should be able to dominate the, you know, if they've only got a wing back on each side, right? We've got 2 players. One of them's cutting inside. That forces them to make a decision, right? Like, where's my overlap? Oh, that's Bengala. It's not an overlap. It should be an underlap. Oh, Devlin hits the woodwork. Comes out. McClellan's like, I'm going to throw that one in. It's fine. I'm not going to chase. Why would I chase that down? It's the first minute. I'm tired. Okay? Guys? Or we got an amazing long throw routine where everyone's going to stand on the pitch and do nothing, and then Bengala with his favored right foot is going to ping it wide. All right. That's all right. Early days, boys. Doolin. Okie dokie. I don't trust Doolin for some reason. I just feel like didn't we have an incident with him in one of the Champions League games? I know we had the Ukrainian left back for, like, you know, that one season who also did something horrendous. But McClellan gets it to Amir, apparently. Everyone else knew Amir was going to get that and just said, hey, mate, you got it. Maybe he shouted for it. Oh! Did he hit the top of the net? Like, the underside of the... Is that what happened there? Steven Sutton wanting more game time. Still just barely knows advanced playmaker in midfield, even though we've majority played him there. Let's watch this. Maloney. Oh, you got to love Maloney. Center back. He hit... that looked like the underside of the top netting for me. From that distance, quite the strike, you could argue. But Maloney didn't just stand there as a center back. He was like, oh, I'm going to pass it back. I've got feet. I can use them and not just let them take the ball off me. Yoon Yong-woo. Devlin takes him out. I mean, takes the ball. It wasn't a foul. McElroy. Ball over the top. That's the shorter passing that you'll have to see. 2 bites of the cherry. It's going to be it's just 1 clear cut chance and a half chance, apparently. Allegedly, my friends. We want a big scoreline here because we're going away. Resting players, all that jazz. Left back situation. Ball over. Amir can't get to it. McClellan's going to cut it down and then pings it to Fresnel, who smacks it home, my friends. Total Soccer Show. You should listen to him. There it is. There's the show part. Okay, boys and girls. McElroy still at a 6.7. But again, because of his ability to work anywhere in the attacking third, means I'm most likely not going to sub him off immediately, even if he's on, you know, not great. Doink. Doink. That was a doink. If you look up doink in Football Manager footballing database of definitions, it shows you that clip. Doink. I'm still going to demand more. And we've pressured Fresnel. Fresnel's going to freak out now. He's going to get sent off. McElroy on a 6.6, mate. Mate, you're killing me. 6.5. I might take him off. Not going to lie. I know I just said I wouldn't. But Amir's playing all right. And, yeah, if you're not going to play well. If you're not going to play well, then you don't get to play. I mean, you could argue a 6.5, that's harsh. But, mate, we don't have time for your business, okay? We have nobody that can come sub in on the wings now. So that's great planning on my part. Let's get Cass in. Let's go, son. Let's go. I'm not gonna say anything else. We're just gonna go. It makes me nervous, man. I mean, McElroy did start like the entire first half of the season because of the injuries and lack of strikers that we had. Oh, I forgot to show you. We sold some people. I'm trying to remember that. Mir, Sudden, what's he got? He pings it, changes the field. Okay, Doolin. Dinks it. Sudden plays it to McClellan, who heads it back. That's kind of an awkward situation. Now he's going to play it back to him. There you go. Sudden's going to turn it to Devlin, who's going to play it back. You're going to go back to McClellan. Nope, he's going to switch it over to Doolin. Okay. Nobody's making any runs. We're just standing there hoping something magical happens. Doolin goes out, makes himself available, gets the double tap, and then Cass smacks it home. That's what we want of our striker. Okay? That was pretty poor, though, right? Like, when you analyze that, like, everyone's just standing around like, play me the ball. Play me the ball. Like, move. Like, run towards him. Make some, I don't know. Make a run. Like, look at, like, make that eye contact. Like, bro, I'm going to start running so they can play it in behind the line. Instead, they just kind of sat there. It's kind of like, what are you doing? What you doing, man? What are you doing? Let's freaking go, boys. We would like a fourth. Is that greedy? Devlin with a yellow immediately. Immediately, we're going to bring on Burn. Kind of like see this out a little bit. Second substitution. Doolin. Burn. Doolin pings it. Sudden. Oh, too high, mate. Too high. We got a 3-0. We're going to take Fram. We're going to put Sudden back here. We're going to bring in, what's his name? Farid? Is that how you say it? That's how I say it. And then I'm going to drop it to positive. Actually, I'm going to make lots of changes here. We're going to stop all the over and underlapping, kind of try and avoid the away goal situation. 33 shots, 35 shots to their 3. 15 on target. I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, that's a lot of shots, right? So some of them are bound not to be on target, but you know, less than 50% is not great. Well, I mean, like, what is that, dude? What is that, homie? Homie, slow your roll. Yo. Why would you say don't let it get to your heads? You know, that just seems like not very. Hey, we're in the Champions League playoff. If we win this game, we get 15 million euros, and you guys get, because I've given them maximum on all the cups and league performance, like the bonuses. All right, let me show you our transfers. You've got Mick Burdett going to Middlesbrough, Stephen Coleman going to Cork City. He was just never going to make it here, but he's been good for them. Not so much this season. Last season he was pretty good, right? Nope, it was the season before. So yeah, good luck, mate. Right. We sold Woody to Blackburn for 1.5 million. His value was dropping to like 4. I offered 3. Nobody wanted him. He just wasn't going to come back and do anything. His loan ended, and I was like, it's time to let's get something for him. Good for his career, you know, to go first team. He's at 16K a week. He's happy about that move. Jad went to EA Guingamp, because you don't say the last letter, so why have it? No one knows. They signed him on an end of contract, and I was like, hey, you want to buy him? And it, like, for some reason, I don't understand the math in Football Manager. It automatically was like 220K, which was close to his value, but not exactly. And they were like, nah. And I was like, how about 100K? Because I don't need him. And they were like, sure. Let's check on Sean Flem. He was with Admira. They were in something with the... they were in the Champions League, and then they got knocked out of the Europa League. So, sorry about that, brother. Was he involved in that? Substitute appearance on 6.5. On both of those. That's curious. On a first-team contract. Not ideal. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that, my friends. Let's hop forward now. And, yeah, let's go. Let's see this out. We just won the league. Against Cork City in second place. Oh, I forgot, you know, walking around holding that old trophy, my friends. That's very nice. Very nice, boys. Very nice. And there was a lot of rotation going on. McElroy played a 6.4. Great. Good job. Let's see how many games are left of the season. Can we keep up a perfect season? What do you think? now that I've verbalized that, it's not going to happen. I mean, not in the Champions League, just in the league, right? Nine games left. 81 points. All right, my friends, we are away. Let's go seal this up, please. Shall we? Yeah? We'll play positive since we're going away. And we'll overlap the left rather than the right, just to confuse them. Just to confuse them, my friends. Right-footed only. We'll put you... I've been training him as a roaming playmaker just to increase his versatility. Can he run around and do stuff? We'll see. I think with the overlap there, we'll do deep lying. He knows that. We've trained him on it. We're still going to start setting. We're going to rest Frame. I always want to call him Frank. Don't know why. McClellan is going to get the start. We're trying to get McClellan's match sharpness up, but also not get him injured. That's fine. I'm just going to leave it. We're going to give Cass the start today because McElroy's just kind of in a, he's just in a spot. Maybe it's like he's got the yips, or mentally he's just not with it. So he's not even with us. He didn't even make the trip. We brought Thompson instead to cover the left side. Lubos can obviously cover the Strojke, lads. I mean, I don't want a 0-0, but if we could go without conceding, that'd be incredible. We're not pushing. It's the onus is on them to score 3. So if we could score 1, not handy little 1-0 win. Thomas Maloney, of course it is. Was the first shot blocked? That camera angle was a bit odd there with the pink goalkeeper. Funny story, I was playing the other day, and my daughter, who has been horrifically ill for 3 weeks, off and on. I mean, it's been like a stomach bug. I don't mean to build it up too much. It's just been really stressful. Yes, gets the save, and then okay. I can't remember who I was playing, but the goalkeeper was in pink, and she's like, "Pink goalkeeper," because she loves pink. It's just kind of funny. She's like, "Pink." I'm like, yes, relax. Cass also not doing exceptionally well. Is it that we have him? Nope, he's on an advanced forward. Because I was thinking, is it because we have McElroy on a complete forward playing against 3 center backs? But yeah, I just think they've just kind of been bleh. Don't get complacent. Of course, it's going to freak you out because, who wants to go to the group stage of the Champions League? Nobody does. Nobody wants to. We're going to actually go take a mirror off. Since he's been injured, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it, my friends. And they have to score 5, right, to beat us. So we got some complacency in the ranks. We're going to bring on Ali because, again, we've been trading him on the left wing back. He is either footed, so it should, he should be able to play left back, right? But am I crazy for thinking that? I'm just going to say, go out there and make a difference, mate. And then Cass, I'm going to say, I'm not happy. Hopefully that'll motivate him a little bit. And I believe, oh, look at that. Everybody's happy and green, my friends. Of course, that's 2 subs at halftime in a Champions League game. But, Maloney with the 7.6 with the goal. But, again, when you look at the overall, you're probably sitting there going, why am I watching this game? It's a Champions League playoff game. It gets us into the group stage. Cash money appears in the sky if we win this game. So I think it's worth it to show it to you. In my opinion. But Cass not doing it either. My goodness, people. Strike Force not living up to it. We're going to give Lubos a chance and say, just focus on being an advanced forward. Don't worry about taking on the universe. Kind of a meh situation here. Let's not concede, boys. Keep the clean sheet streak going. Huh? Oh, I thought we were going to nick that. Is that Lubos? Or is that Seddon? I think that's Seddon. That's Lubos there. The 17 is Lubos. Cheeky ball back. Gotta love, the goalkeeper is probably screaming at him. Don't volley the ball to me like that, or loft it, I should say. The volley would be his. He controlled it nicely, to be fair. Benami. What is this highlight? Is this the end of game highlight? I realize there's just 1 extra minute because we've not made a ton of substitutions, but that's a weird way to end it, not gonna lie. Fans are applauding the home team off. I guess that, maybe they're not expected to do well in the Champions League. Maloney getting the man of the match, not excited about it. I'm very happy, doesn't care. Doesn't care. He's already perfect morale, but you think he could get a reaction, right? You'd think, my friends. I always do this. I always never remember when the group stage draw is. Yes. Oh, it's the rules. Uh-oh. I got nervous there. Computer was like, let's think about life for a little bit. Okay. 25th. Let's do the draw. 42 games won in a row between November 27th, 2032 and August 23rd of this year is a record. All right, my friends, what do you think we're going to get? Anything where we could potentially make a run? Can we make a run? Those all look tough. Benfica and Milan or Schalke, most likely, historically, the easier of those draws. We're back to being a 4 seed, which is unfortunate. We're 42 versus a 47.5 for Zenit. Let's figure it out. We are the top 4 seed. I mean, we're okay, we're tied, I guess, with these other clubs. RB Salzburg and Fenerbahce. Oh, look at that. Oh, I think that's a winnable. Let's just check. Yep, back to their ways of dominating. Tottenham, a whopping 4th. Pochettino's still there. Wait, he came back? Oh, he left and came back? Well, that's interesting. Zenit have won the Russian league. I think it's going to be tough, my friends. I think it's going to be tough versus, like, if you're in a group. Oh, I guess Genk would have been us. Benfica, tough. Monaco, tough. Leipzig, theoretically tough. Where's the Schalke group? Was Shakhtar the 3rd or 4th team? I don't remember. Hit the like button, my friends. We're going to be positive, I guess. We're going to be positive. Let's figure out who we play first. We're handed a tough group. Yeah, it says that every time. Tottenham and Zenit. That's going to be our first pair of games, my friends. We will see you then. Hit the like button, I guess. Maybe. If we could just have green dots all the way down. Like, win our Champions League group, win every game. That'd just be incredible. I would call it a save at that point.